Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go, baby. Woo. Feeling the energy. Did you work out today? I do my second hardest workout on Tuesday, man. I mean, every workout's hard, but, man, today is a grueling one. I'm always covered in sweat at the end doing those burpees. I'm doing planks. Then you're doing planks while you lift your one hand up and one foot up on the plank. You know what I mean? Reaching planks, I guess. Floating planks, I don't know, whatever you call them. Put the lemon in the water, everybody. Let's decalcify that pineal gland. Let's get ourselves to the next level. Let's achieve greatness every single day. Today could be the last day of your life. It really could. And it could be the first day of the rest of your life. Remember that. Forget the past. You remain in the present. I keep bringing us back to this one state of mind. Think about me. I've done 1,000 days straight on my live stream. What if I thought about my next 1,000 days today? Don't you think that's a little overwhelming? Who here thinks it's a little overwhelming to think you're going to work for the next 1,000 days straight? You know, let's take a sip of the lemon water. Let's just go over this. We're going to get into the charts. Let's just break something down. Through me, I'm going to teach you how to help you. Who here thinks it's a lot of anxiety? Put your hand up if you think you have to work for the next 1,000 days straight. Like I have to work for the next 1,000 days straight, right? I don't have to, but that's what, that's kind of what demands of me. Now, when I look at that, I just break it down one day at a time. You see what I'm saying? I just break it down one day at a time. Today, can I get through this live stream today and make it happen? Can we make gains? Can we find coins, right? Can we do the right thing? Can our TA plan out today? I handle today. This moment right now. Can I pronunciate properly, right? Can I connect with you at this very moment in time? If I'm not present, then I'm not present with you. And if I'm not present with you, I don't build the moment that I've built with all of you throughout this whole time on the live. So remember, if we're in the past too much, we're beating ourselves up of what we did in the past, what we didn't do. And we're using all our past failures to build our present moment and break ourselves down. That doesn't get us anywhere. I did it for years. It creates depression and isolation, and you can't move. It's paralyzing. The past can paralyze you if you let it. You must release yourself from the past. Whatever you got to do, forgive yourself, go to the person, make amends. Whatever you have to do to let it go, you must let go of the past. Number two, because we messed up the past so much, we worry so much about the future. And we're afraid to start businesses. We're afraid to begin trading. We're afraid. Fear just comes in all aspects because so many times in our past, we have gone out and done something and we have failed. And that has scared us half to death. We think we are going to fail at everything. We lose a few trades, per se. We're done. We don't want to do it anymore. But if we remain in the present moment, right now, there's someone who is going to buy and sell. Oh, my gosh. I'm on this new pad. Right now, there's someone that's going to buy and sell a stock today and make money, a coin and make money. A focused mind has opportunity. There's opportunity every day. So with that being said, let's break down the opportunity. I think that's the trash truck. Whoa, that's loud. That is the trash coming. All right, but let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's break it down, and let's have a blast today. Let's get that music back up and running. But I just wanted to let you know, let's stay in the present moment in time. And just like you, I have the same exact idea. I got to stay in the present moment. There's nothing else, you know what I mean? Shout out to our beautiful sponsors here at ITrust Capital. Open up your Roth IRA or IRA today on ITrust Capital. You can even switch your ITrust Capital you already have into their IRA. It'll blow your mind. You can buy and sell cryptocurrencies tax-free inside. Say Shiba Inu goes up 10x and you swap back into Bitcoin. You turn one Bitcoin into 10 and you leave it for your daughter. I'm 40, so in 19 quick years, Bitcoin's still going to be around. I'm humbly believe that it's going to be worth way more. And leaving a couple Bitcoins or more for my kids is going to be a pretty good idea, right? So I could throw a couple in ITrust Capital, forget about it, leave it there, and I could even swing trade it if I needed to for basically zero capital gains. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Go to ITrust Capital today. Check it out at least. Hit the QR code and link below. They support the channel greatly. I really appreciate them. And so go check them out. ITrust Capital, the QR code right there in the bottom right corner of the screen. Right down here. Sorry. ITrust Capital. Check it out. Anyway, they're a huge sponsor of the channel, and I really appreciate that because we do a lot of teaching and learning. So anyone that sponsors the channel helps a lot of people learn. And we do a lot of great things. We help a lot of people, and we bring people in, right? So possible M pattern here for Bitcoin, right? If you remember this morning, I said let's wait for the 1 hour to come back to the 21-day moving average and see if we can make a bit of a flag. If the 1 hour stochastics can bend, and we can stay inside a flag, then there's a chance we can get a move to the upside. That's exactly what we said. We also have previous resistance. Can we SR flip this area at 26,900? Looks like we did. We tapped it. We came right back to the upside. Possible SR flip, possible falling wedge here that could break further to the upside for Bitcoin. We're still not completely out of the double top here on the 1 hour, but it is a bit of a cup and handle, and we're touching the 21-day moving average, which is pretty bullish, and we're not too far from the 200, and we're getting tight. It's a pretty good sign we could get a move to the upside. So last night, if you were in my trading group, which is pretty interesting and pretty outrageous, but we called this retest out of this falling wedge to the upside, and you'd be like, no, you're that guy that keeps saying, because all these people are like, oh, you're that guy. One guy actually said, not all these, but one was, you're that guy that says it all, yada, yada, yada. But like, if you were in my trading group and you watched my update last night, all right, and the update was at about what? Let's say 11:56. So people say, why join a trading group? Because you may be watching the football game. You may be wanting to be with your wife for an hour. You may be on date night. I don't know what you're doing. You may be with the kids at a late night hockey game that's far away. You come home, you finally put everyone to bed, and you finally get a chance to look at the market at 26.9. So if you can't get above 26.9, expect more downside. 15-minute. See it like this. And here I am building the falling wedge here that's breaking out. Talking about the fact that it broke out. Technically like this. Teaching you not to chase the green candle. Not the best to make the flag on the 15. It's a great sign. It's already pretty close to it. And look for a measured move. So if you can't get up to like 27.55, 550 really. Ride that thing, gap in the VR says that you can take a ride. Talk about the gap in the VRVP there. Next trade is a long out of this flag to the upside. At that point, we could double top. The daily could be bearish and we could break that down. So, boom, right? And what we do? We kind of did exactly that, right? We broke out. We double topped. Interesting enough. Look at this big pump back to the upside for Bitcoin. And the volatility has been crazy. I don't know if it's because it's Fed day tomorrow, but look at this. The 15-minute, again, wants to pump. The 15-minute has been a beautifully accurate trading signal recently. When it's high, short it, right? Double top in the descending triangle, made money. Then we had a double bottom to the upside. Now it says, hey, we're low on the stochastics, and I want to make a move. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. And even the RSI, I like putting the RSI in these falling wedges. See, that tells you it's like in a flag that could be breaking out to the upside. No real crazy bearish div there. I remember us looking at some hidden bearish div on the daily. Let's take a look if that still kind of is there. We have swing down to swing down, and yeah, this is swinging up. Technically, we have a hidden bearish divergence. We're going to have to break this high to negate that. So the daily's going to have to somehow stay super oversold and get pinned here. And yeah, we're going to have to break that high to the upside. Right now, I'm watching the 15-minute for a move to the upside. That's what we're looking at here for Bitcoin. For anyone that's just jumping in. And it's looking pretty bullish. What we want to see is if we can get a move back. Looks something like this. It's a very strange falling wedge, but it's a wedge nonetheless. Can you break above the highs here and continue to the upside? Very oversold. See what the 7 minutes giving us. 7 minute is about to explode. Looks like a 7-minute short squeeze on a Wednesday, something that we're used to seeing. BOOKMAP. It suggests that there's more liquidity down here at 26,000 at the end of the day. However, look at this big glob of liquidity up to 28,000. And usually it goes to the closest glob, and the closest glob is right here. All right. It does want to, it's calling our name. Further down, it says it really does want to come down here. What, to about 26,670 is where that big load of liquidity is. At the same time, though, we got enough up here pretty close that we could catch and grab that. So, BOOKMAP showing a suggestion of a possible move up. 7 minute is showing signs. Is a short squeeze about to happen? It looks like it may. Based on what we do here on this channel every day. I was about to be like, every day? Yeah, every day, every single day. For the last 1,000 some odd days or whatever. And I think we've done more episodes than 1,000, I'll be honest. I just started counting at one point, but I believe we've done more. Not in a row, though. At one point, I wasn't doing the weekend, or I would do the weekend and then take a day off. I wasn't doing every single day. I don't know when I started. I know I started every single day, February of 2021. Anyway, an amazing time to be alive. Shout out to everybody here. Positive energy breeds positive energy. Gratitude breeds abundance. Every single day I go to sleep at night, I get on my hands and knees. I say, dear Lord, thank you for everything in which you have given me in my life. Thank you for all the blessings which you have presented to me. The passing of my father was even a blessing because it taught me so much about life, and it taught me so much about compassion and so much about all the other people that have lost so much, you know? So, like, it changed me as a person forever in a way that I could never have asked for in some deep my soul has been changed, and And I know I'm here to change my soul. I know God's here to force me and bend me. And so, you know, today my mom left my house. And I was with my mom for 4 days. She came on, Thursday night? And as such, my mom is the sweetest, nicest, kindest woman you've ever met. Like, just she is just the nicest. I can count on my hands, on one hand, how many times she yelled at me with like really yelled at me and raised her voice. Like, my dad did a lot of yelling, so my mom always was there. But at the same time, man, I miss my mom. I held her so tight right here next to me. And I told her, like, I love you more than anything in this world. And like when you lose a parent, your other parents, like, it's like my mom's like a kid to me. Like, I know she's older, but she's like a kid to me, you know? She's my mom, like, and she's this little lady, and she's in my arms, and like, and my dad used to hug her every night and tell her he loved her. Like, she doesn't have that anymore, you know? She's alone, and like, it just, sorry to be so real about life and to break it down. Some people look at me, I want to hear the charged life, or like, we don't care about you, you know? And I get it. But, at the end of the day, you know, man, I just, life hits you so hard. You know, getting older isn't easy. Anyway, back to the charts. You guys don't need to see me whining like a baby. So let's take a look here at the 7-minute. Moving to the upside. But I love my mom. And you know what? It's hard to say goodbye to her. I jump on the live and not show you guys that I'm thinking about my mom. Like, it's a true story. Facts of life. You know? Cool little thing going on here on the 15-minute is if we take these swings, we kind of have a flatter swing with an uptrend. Dang. That thing looks nice too, though. Center, right? But we have what's here. I'm going to take away this one. I'm going to take away the moving averages for a second, too. And I don't need 2 of these. This should be like right there. So look, we SR flipped. I'm always looking. Lately, the SR flips have been amazing. So like previous resistance here, previous resistance. When you come down, catch a long. 26.9. And 26.9 is such a key area. I talked about it to my people in the trading group. I said, this is like, you know, I'll show you here. Where is it here? Oh yeah, that was last night. But 26.9, anyway, 26.9 is a key area of support and resistance. You know what I mean? And we knew that was an area that we had so much trouble getting back above. When we got back above, then we fell back below. And it's been a battle at 26,000, you know. And even last night at 7 p.m., we were talking about this is a key level that we had to flip. Like, if we couldn't flip it. What's interesting now is look at this. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for a break to the upside. Inverted head and shoulder, you know. We saw it as the symmetrical triangle, right? And then also a break out of here. And then, you know, I looked at the little flag. But look at that. Inverted head and shoulder, too. It's just amazing how it plays out. And inverted head and shoulders are ascending triangles. And there's the ascending triangle to the upside. Just so amazing. Once you really, in studying TA will just give you so much more little gems. So is this going to continue to the upside? Are we getting rejected here? I mean, it's a key level. Right there, we can't seem to get back above 27,180. You know, that's going to be a flip. We flipped that, right? And look, previous support right there, bounce. So we're attempting to SR flip 27,180. We do that. It's likely we're going to get a move up to 27.5, right? But look, we gapped up through the VRVP like I talked about last night really fast. Look how quick that gap was. When you see gaps in the VRVP, take advantage, okay? You're going to get a smoother move. Very likely. Look, here's the short through the VRVP. That was the descending triangle. Here's the inverted head and shoulder. Both of them were just simple learning how to trade a pattern. Look, you don't even need moving averages here. All you needed to know was descending triangles break to the downside. This was clearly a descending triangle. Like, look at that. All right. So just things to think about. You know, the simpler I keep it, the easier the trade goes and the better things are for me. You know what I mean? Remember, Bitcoin remains bullish if the 4-hour can stay above the 200 SMA. It's well above it now. I talked about this here. You're still in the big money if you had made the long with me right here and just kept the long open. Look at this. You're in the huge money, and we talked about it. I went over it, how simple it was. Open the long, stop loss on the other side, let it go, period, right? Now, there's some trickiness to a few of the trades. It's not always that perfect, but, you know, you just keep readjusting it, and you kind of will fine-tune the skill. You are in the money right now. You know, anyone that looked at that is in the money, right? So let's see what's happening and what's beginning to form there for Bitcoin. I'm going to kind of, we're going to continue to watch. Oh, what was that? That was a fast move, right? Wow. It's crazy. $50 move in like literally a half a second. And this could be making a shoulder, kind of a head, right shoulder. 7 minutes having trouble getting above this. See this local POC, point of control, 27,130. Can we break back above that area, right? We do not want to lose 26,930, 26,900. We do. We're likely to fall lower, right? I'm going to redesign everything here and look at what we're looking at. But what a beautiful move last night it was. We called that falling wedge for you at about 11 last night. All right. We have major resistance on the daily right here at 31.9, 32K. We have a little more too right here at about 30,200. Beautiful support and resistance flip at these two resistances. We did a double bottom bounce. Amazing, right? 3-day chart like I've been talking about, and I'll bring it up again. Why not? No reason not to. Hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. You should break the high inside the divergence. Bitcoin should be somewhere above 32,000 in the next, 2 weeks, 3 weeks is really what this says. Will that happen for sure? There's no guarantees. That's kind of what divergence is telling us, though. All right, we go from there. Completely from there. There's no guarantees at all. All right. Okay. So beautiful bullish div, hidden bullish div, and still there. And what you're looking for with bullish div, and it comes whenever you're getting real legit bullish div, you're gonna get a MACD about to cross, and you're gonna get this push to the upside. All right. I've seen it many, many times. Look, we had it here. We had swing up to swing up, but the RSI was swinging down. And then the stochastics wanted in with an inverted head and shoulder, and the MACD was about to cross, and you got a blast. So, like, this blast up here on the 3-day to me is what was supposed to happen. And look at the 3 days back above the 200 SMA. I told you that is a bullish sign. Just like we longed the 4-hour, we can now long the 3-day. Open up a long, stop loss somewhere below here. See, let this thing rip. You know what I mean? Likely that it's going to rip up to these areas. All right, there's just a very high likelihood of this. All right, no guarantees, and anything is possible. It could definitely dump in your favor, but back test every time we get up right there. Fine, it was chintzy. We hit a previous resistance, but the last time that we did get above it, it was a massive move to the upside. Right there was a huge pump, pandemic, and then we were gone. Getting above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart is substantial. All right, and just hanging out a little bit below it is usually just the last time you ever go below it before a massive pump. So that looks really bullish to me. And as long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart, I am bullish again. Remember, I started being bullish when we came here. I said that's bullish. We were in the falling wedge. Could we break out? Once we broke below, I told you I'm bearish now. Like, big time frame. And then we dug our way out. And, I said we'll swing smaller time frames until we can get back above. This is a really good sign. Now you're looking for the weekly to reclaim the 200 SMA. If that happens, we are going to be in pretty good shape. The 50 is coming for the 200. A golden cross is coming on the weekly. Some say yes, but we got a death cross on the daily, but it looks like one of those little, just tiny little moves before a bigger move to the upside. All right. So just heed this idea. Heed the hidden bullish. I've been talking about it for days now. I've been buying Bitcoin over and over again in front of everyone at these zones. All right. It's because I know, these are key areas. I bought Bitcoin at 25,008, 25,500, right? And a lot of that Bitcoin's up now, $2,000 already, right? It's just amazing. Like, Bitcoin continuing to push to the upside, doing damage. The daily coming for the 200 SMA, all right? The 4-hour, well above the 200 SMA. I told you that was when we were going to begin to long, and what, right? You in the money now, even with all the craziness, okay? And we even gave shorts and longs inside of that area. But at the end of the day, you know, and people say patterns don't work. We had this pattern for you with the breakout, right? We had this falling wedge that came in and came out because the pattern, we knew this was a retest. We called that move. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's endless. We remember this, the descending triangle that I called here. Nasty dump. I mean, it just, and then remember when I said there's likely going to be a reversal down here on the 1 hour time frame? I said if you have the guts to do it, I believe if I can put guts and likely, you can match it up with the date, right? Anyway, I just want to prove to you guys I got that these days. I really gave these calls at these times. It was just nuts. We navigated Bitcoin so well, while most people just got absolutely wrecked and rocked. It's been pretty interesting. So let me show you what I see brewing now for Bitcoin, right? Because I see a few things cooking in my brain that I'd love to share with you. So we have a resistance here at 24,324. And for my Forex traders and my regular market traders, we will look at the NASDAQ today. We'll also look at the Euro USD, you know, maybe a little Japanese yen. So if you're excited for that, let me know who's here excited for some Forex or who here does not care. Let me know. It is the Crypto Lifer, but let me know. All right. Visiting mom in Pakistan as she is sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to trust in God and trust in yourself. Let's go. I love that. And this song is Johnny, the last song was Johnny Candlelight. So look, we're making some type of, you know, ascending triangle here, in my humble opinion. Bitcoin's doing something interesting, you know. Could it be a cup and a cup? That would be crazy. I'm just being open-minded. Like it's a cup that fell out and came back in the cup, and then it's a cup there. Boom. I mean, in regular stock market, cup and cups, like that's a cup and handle. They look like that. They have like a little cup. And we'll see that sometimes later on in altcoins too. It's just not as prevalent as the other one, you know. So let's take a look at the smaller time frames. It does look to me like we're doing some type of consolidation here for Bitcoin. And I believe we found the new pattern. And that's the key, man. Every 5 to 2 hours, I find the new pattern, or sometimes even 5 or 6 hours. It depends. But that's our next pattern. And ascending triangles are 50-50. And now we know our next move, right? And we're in control. The reason why I obsessively put Bitcoin in patterns, because I want to be in control, right? I want to know where my next measured move is, where we're likely going to go. The fact that the moving averages are getting tight, the 200 is moving up with price, and we're on this parabolic feel, I get this vibe that Bitcoin is trying to do something parabolic here. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we got that boom all the way up to 29,030K. I keep talking about the daily and the gap in the VRVP here. People aren't hearing me, right? And that's okay. That's why our group gets an edge, because not everyone knows what we're doing. But once we got above here, you're likely getting into this node here. It's so, I just see as likely, we got to break this high, of course, and there's support or resistance. I'm not saying we're guaranteed. I'm going to take it every 5 to 6 hours and talk it through, but, this has some cup and handle vibes in it. This is the first falling wedge that we talked about. Maybe give it a little more time, but I see a scalp to the upside coming possibly for Bitcoin. And then, you don't have to do anything really. Wait for it to break out. If it retests this area on a small time frame, trade that retest from 27,300 up to 28,300. That would be a beautiful move. That could pay the bills for the day. So I'm looking for that trade, And here's the deal. What I love about ascending triangles is they get tight. Like yesterday, remember the one we made here? And then we were able to make the short to the downside. It's somewhere in here. There's a little one in there or whatever. But there's the cup and handle, and we made that short down. But the idea is because we're able to see the patterns, right? Short down to 26.3 or long up to 28.3. It's interesting, right? We're kind of in that middle zone here. And you would expect a bounce now to the upside for Bitcoin. You kind of go up and down, and then a bounce further up. So we got that small hidden bullish that's interesting, right? And only time will tell. And we'll look for the 1 minute bullish div that gives us the bounce. But yeah, I'm overall more bullish on Bitcoin than bearish, right? Based on this, this 4 hour looks like we're going to get a beautiful move to the upside. Just got a golden cross with the 4 hour curving. That's a sign of a move. And we're staying above the 200 SMA. it's a sign you're going to get some type of move here. And see, I got this parabola drawn. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin went mooning, into 29,400 Tuesday, Wednesday. Like tomorrow, we had no rate hike and something happens. I don't know what he says, but we'll see. Like they're gonna say, hey, we're just gonna we may not get to 2%. We're gonna change our directive to 3% or 2%. If they do that, oh my gosh, because that means they're not pushing as hard as they used to. So like, what if they come out and say something like that? It seems like the markets have leaked some type of information, So this is the play for Bitcoin today. I'm watching this up and side movement inside this ascending triangle. Looking really nice for a possible move later on. And honestly, we don't even have to trade the sideways price action that's likely coming. The breakdown and the retest, or the breakout and the retest. I'm looking for those two key areas, And someone can always long right here aggressively with a stop loss below the point of control, But that's up to you. You do whatever makes you happy. So, yeah, I'm waiting for this. I'll update my trading group when we get to this point. And what I do is I put an alert here, put an alert here. I got 800 people riding on my alerts waiting to see what I'm talking about. And people do their own thing too. Trust me, a lot of lifers are independent. But it's nice to just chime into what the leader is saying or the guy's saying in the group. So this is what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. And here we are, kind of matched out again. And we kind of have a good feel of where we're at and what price action is going to do. And steps to the parabola. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this was beginning parabola steps in my humble opinion. Rounded bottoms pay the bills, right? This was technically a rounded bottom. This was accumulation. I mean, if you couldn't see that, like, this was accumulation, and they just were shaking longs and shorts out and getting as much as they could at the areas that they wanted to. That looks like, I could be wrong. They could dump all the way down to 20K in my face. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm just playing probabilities on a daily basis. All right. But doing this for years gives you a pretty good sense of what's going on. And you have a good, a pretty good feeling of what the market's up to. All right. We'll come back to Bitcoin in a while. Thank you for that. That's exciting. PERP up 12% since we first put it out. I put out another little flag, up another 6-7%. Still holding a gain of 4.2. Tom, we talked about it. Banging to the upside out of the cup and handle. It's about to hit my target. We went over this. I gave it to you guys. Ton for gains. And we'll add this to the gains pile right now. It looks like it's going to hit, but right now up 48%. And again, it was on token metrics. Simple. So then we sat together on the weekly screen share and we talked about it. I looked at this as a cup and handle. I looked at it coming back to a previous resistance point. I saw this bounce. It bounced there. Pretty interesting to me, right? So falling wedge. Those stochastics were super low. The MACD had a lack of bearish momentum. See how small the MACD was? You had falling volume with falling price here, and it was getting really small, telling me that sellers were falling you were losing sellers. All right? And you'd be like, no, you didn't, lifer. You didn't put this out to the trading group. You just want to show this to the world and take credit. You're a lot, And I don't even like saying it, but let's take a look at TON USDT and take a look at what happened here. And when I first put it out, nice breakout. Look to enter on a flag of the 1 or the 4 hour time frame. Very likely this will continue. 913. How did I know that, right? And I'm giving you to this at $1.91 with a target at 260. Tone is now sitting at $2.50. Who would be the wiser? You'd be up 60 cents at 190 in the trading group. I'm showing you the stochastics. I'm showing you the MACD, the RSI pointing to the upside, the cup and handy, Sammy cup and handy to the upside. And this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, because I don't miss, baby. And if I see something, I can smell it. And when I smell it, I know it's got gains, baby. And when I put it to the trading group, there's gains coming, baby. There's gains. Who likes to eat? Who likes to take big bites and chunks out of these altcoins, baby? Let's go. That just came out of nowhere, but let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the testimonials. Always amazing. Hey, Crypto Lifer, your VRV clip was of great help. Made some gains. Thank you. He's not lying. Got in last week and doubled my portfolio. I'm in 6 weeks. Made enough to pay for 2 years membership. These are all new comments on the live stream. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for the Bitcoin update on if the Bitcoin fall out of the trend. Don't be scared to short it down to 26.26. Respect. He made $7,000. God bless you, brother. You know what I mean? And the list goes on, and the testimonials go on, and God bless you. If you want to help me out the most, write in a testimonial. It is the greatest feeling. If you got something out of the group, send a testimonial in. We greatly appreciate it. So, TON to the upside, blasting, and another beautiful call here on the channel. TON, baby. TON. And Sean, I'll send you that. Sean, I'll start using the gains again back where I should. Sorry I got, wasn't using that. Just because it didn't work a lot when I was away, right? But I got to get that fixed on the laptop like the next couple days. But 49% gains out of TON. And I just love the before and afters. Before at 190, you're sitting at 250. The proof is in the pudding. We get to show these gains all the time here, over and over and over and over again on the trading and on the live stream. And that's why I work. Dude, when you work 7 days a week and you hit a lot, it's fun to show the world your hit. Like, it's fun to show the world that the cup and handle hit. I go to sleep at night, wake up, I see the gains. I can't wait to do the live stream. My passion extends the excitement. My excitement extends the passion. It's a whirlwind of events. It's a cycle that I just love to repeat, right? And then it's my business too, so I'm passionate about it. So I want to wake up every day. So the motivation comes from just the absolute beautiful, and then there's opportunity. There's opportunity. And so may God bless each and every one of you for being here and just feeling the vibes and being part of the high frequency. I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. You people are amazing. But there you go, another happy customer. Token metrics banging on them to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. And my elite are posting charts and hitting gains. Like, as well as I am. Like, we have a strong showing here in the trading group. But shout out to anyone that took TON. And that's the, that's the Telegram, thing. So look at this thing. Air Dow, right? Starting to make a tight channel. Tight moving averages with the hover of the 200 SMA. That little whip, this looks, two little hills on the MACD, falling volume with falling price. This tells me that a move is coming. All right. For AMB, Air Dow. I don't know anything about it. I've never heard of it. I wasn't paid to shill it. I don't know who owns it. I know nothing about this coin. I'm just looking at technical analysis. So let's see if the smaller time frames say no way. 4 hours a little hot. Maybe it will come down for better entry. But yeah, it's making higher lows in a trend here to the upside. Overall, bigger trend with tight moving averages. You could wait for the 4 hour to reset. Have this come back down maybe to the bottom of the channel. But I like what I'm seeing here on the daily for a possible move to the upside out of AMB, Air Dow. Know nothing about it. Wants to come up to that 200 SMA. It's on the radar now for the lifers. And you can see right now, this is how I'm showing you live how I find my trades too. It's another thing. Like, I give everything away. And you know what? Most people would be like, don't do that. Hide everything and piece it out and sell it for $2,000. And you know what? I wouldn't be able to help that many people if I did that, and then I would pass away. And when I pass, I get to look back on my legacy. If you ever get, I believe you do get to spend some time to look back, I hope, and see all the people that you helped and kind of relive your life. And that's I just can't wait for that review, and I'm looking for that idea, Legacy, baby, legacy. When you build a legacy, everything else will come. All right. Shout out to Barber Trader Joe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to the 599 people on the live, 216 likes. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Bitcoin holding us down, getting that bounce back to the upside here, showing signs of being in the flag as we talked about, and this is a good sign. We want to see this consolidation. And there's a chance I could get real tight with it, and we're doing this. And we already hit the trend, and we're going to bounce up pretty fast. That's also a possibility. All right. All right, so Bitcoin, let's move on to PERP, which is strong. No, AMP, which is strong. Oh, yeah, so I got an alert here on AMP. All right. And set alerts that when I have a blue line in the trading group and you see these little clocks, it means I'm setting alerts. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. And may God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. And sorry, Sean, the title slipped my mind today. I went to go do it, and then I went to write it in, and my wife was like, your mom's here. I guess I put my mom as first priority, and I just wanted to make sure I said goodbye to her. And, man, it just, I can't explain it. It just feels so strange. We're finally closing on the property today. Finally closing on the property. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. I just did it, and you were telling me to do it. You're the best. Lakochi Coker, I love you, man. Look at you. And shout out to everybody here. If you want to trade where we trade, all right, join the trading group. Hit the Discord link right here to jump on into the trading group. Come on now. You got an update last night to Bitcoin and would have been able to play that falling wedge to the upside, right? You would have seen so many altcoins. You would have got the update on TON. You would have had the weekly screen share every week where we went over TON and even talked about it. You would have been privy to all this deep diving information, new coins that we find, and everything else. I'm telling you right now, you're missing out if you're not in the trading group. It's going to pay off in dividends. Investing, it's really an investment in yourself. I'm giving you everything I can. The 99 is really just your commitment to me. You know what I mean? People could look at me and be like, oh, he makes money. Yeah, of course I do. I work 7 days a week, and I created a great business, and I educate the world. Of course I do. At the same time, you know, you can get a piece of the information that we provide. And I've gotten a great team of people too. It's not just me. It's not just me. There's no I in team. I have a great group of people. All right. Anyway, still watching Bitcoin. I'm pretty spot on with what we're seeing here. This is likely the channel that we're going to follow. And then that's likely the measured move. We will see where we stand here and what the stochastics look like. And I'll make an update to the trading group. And that's the thing. You won't be able to see that until, you know, we move on too as well. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right. And this is why I like MEXC, zero spot maker and taker fees. It's amazing. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. Zero future maker fee and 0.1% takers. So like if you make limit orders, what's a maker and a taker? A maker is like you make a sandwich. It's kind of like this. Say there was a place where you could make your own sandwich at a deli, or there was already made sandwiches. And to make your own sandwich, it was $5, but to grab an already made, it was $6. So people would come in and be like, oh, I'll save $1 and just sit there and make my sandwich. You know what I mean? It's similar to that. It's a funny, I've never thought about that, but that's what I just made up. That's the concept. So the idea is you make the order. You say, hey, I want Bitcoin at this price, and you throw the order out. So you make the price you want, and it gets put out there as a limit order. It sits, you wait, and when price comes to you, you get filled, boom. You become the maker. You made the order. What if you're a taker? You just mark it in. You say, I want Bitcoin right now. And they just grab a bunch of orders together, put them together, and send it your way. They have to do more work, right? So are you the maker or the taker? And that's the, but it doesn't even matter on spot. It's zero fees either way, so it doesn't even matter. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm dollar cost averaging it into projects that I really like all the time. Just making sure that I buy things that I really, really appreciate. Like today, I'm like, I've been accumulating a lot of my favorites. And JoyStream's been amazing. Finally did sell it. We're going to take a look at that later on. GFAL's been amazing. All right. If you remember, I started putting money into this thing. Now it's $3,400. I mean, my bag of GFL has exploded. All right. I've made a good amount of money on GFL. It's pretty awesome. And I sold all my Casper. I don't own a bag of it. Look, not a word of it yet. I'm waiting for it to come on down. It's sitting at that 4.8 level. We're going to talk about Casper 2 later on in the live. So stay excited, man. This Casper train, like, will I ever get back in? It's like a reality TV show. The Lifer and Casper. Imagine when I slide back in at like 3 cents and people look at me like, wow, that dude, like, how did he do? Imagine if it keeps going and I miss it. And then I look like the clown. Only time will tell. Watch the reality show today with the Lifer and Casper. It's Casper and the Lifer in the reality TV house. We live together, but we can't get along. I sold all my JoyStream for profits, all right? But I want to get back in. It's a project I definitely like and I want to look for. So right now, I'm going to be adding to a long-term bag of Wild. Wild or World is my baby, all right? And whenever I just, whenever I'm thinking about it, I just add another $250. And you think that's nothing, right? But I do it. I've done that like 20, 30 times now. Not 20, 30. Let's see how much. But let's see now. If I were to sell my whole bag, and I've done that without thinking about it, just $250 here, $250 there. Yeah, now I have $4,300, right? Eventually, it could be 10 grand. Wild does a 10x, you're sitting on 100,000. 20x, you're sitting on 200,000. And that's how you can turn like 20, 30 grand, in my humble opinion, into well over $1 million in the next bull run. But you do whatever makes you happy. I've done this before. I got into Cardano the same way. And, you know, think about it. Cardano was 2 cents. $3,600 turned into a lot of money. Okay? 150x when you get to $3. $3.31, even add another 15x on there. I mean, unbelievable. So I'm using MEXC to dollar cost average at 0 fees. 0 fees. It's awesome, right? You can see the order and be like, what happened there? And there's some Bitcoin that I bought recently, right? At 26.8, $500 worth last night, I believe. Sold my Caspa, sold my JoyStream, right? Always buying more Bitcoin. There's more Bitcoin that I bought, 26.1. There's more Bitcoin that I bought, right? 25.1. Just gobbling it up. Just grabbing up BTC, bag after bag on MEXC, baby. All right. Let's take a look here at BookMap. And BookMap's also in the description below. I only show things that I actually use. I'm an affiliate to BookMap. I love them. Today, I usually am on BookMap. Today, though, we were supposed to close on Friday. However, they didn't get the insurance letters that we needed to get insurance. And they were supposed to provide us 5 years of insurance claims just to show that the building hasn't been claiming insurance fraud at, you know what I mean? Whatever. So the insurance company felt better of giving us insurance. So we asked for that. They didn't give it in time. And our lawyer, the closing lawyer, had to postpone the closing until Tuesday. So now the closing is today, giving everyone enough time, ample time to get it ready. And of course, it's at 1 o'clock when I usually do BookMap. And so completely out of my, my power, I'm unable to do BookMap today, which would be a fun day too, because it looks like there's going to be some heating up liquidity later on around 1 and 2. But so right now we see that there's more liquidity to the downside. They want to drag us down. However, there's still this nice, bit of chunk up here at 27.5 up to 28,000. So the closest area of liquidity is sitting at 28,000. Bitcoin pretty flat right now, kind of just waiting on who's going to over leverage themselves and where they can eat, in my humble opinion, right? Sitting nicely at about $27,150, $27,140. Trump 2024 on MEXC, please. Joshua Jelowick. Yes, and we don't care about politics here. We just want to show you the coin, so I don't want anyone to say anything. We're just going to look at the coin, speculate, man. If people are going to pump it, we could make gains on it. Possibly another for you. Threshold, please. Thank you, Bryson Gonzalez. Closing real estate deals is some stress. Not something I love. You're funny. No, I'm not stressed about it, though. But it is. It took a while. It's back and forth, yeah. But I didn't, you know what? I don't let things stress me out. I submitted to God. And everything goes in God's way. And so, once I do that, I'm telling you right now, stress, there's moments where I'm there's moments I'm sure that I get a little, but for the most part, I'm pretty good about keeping my cool, Back in the day, I was not, right? For a long time, I that was, my biggest issue was, learning how to relax. But I'm 40 years old now. I've been through a lot in my life, Look at this Adam and Eve here. Just kind of seeing as I pass by. That's likely to probably do some damage. A lot of times they make a little handle lately and then they pump again, but that's something to look at. I'll put an alert right here. And then you can right click any line you want and throw an alert on it. And what you'll do is just wait for that little alarm clock to show up. And that's how you know you got an alert on the bar. All right. If it crosses that bar, that's going to be a pretty cool place to look. Join the Discord. Do I got to be a 99 lifer to see all the chats? Yes, you got to pay the 99. If you join the Discord, that's the free Discord. All right. But then you got to hit the MEXC bot and pay. If you're physically exhausted, you can no longer be stressed. I love it. An Asian country, I think Japan has been doing real estate closings with crypto. Eliminated a lot of the middleman headaches. I read about it. Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot too. And you just, put it in escrow, press a button, the smart contract takes control. You sign the deed, and once the deed is fulfilled, the smart contract releases, and boom, boom, boom. $99 a month, man. $99 a month. All right. We do packages too. 3 months for $270, and the class $330 because I love the number 33. Pay in cryptocurrency or PayPal today. $330. Get 3 months of the trading group and my class that I teach. I'm going to teach it the last Saturday of every month. I'm teaching it this month on September 30th. The actual last day of the month is the Saturday. It looks like, yeah. Saturday, September 30th. And that's also going to be our candle close. It's going to be a busy day for me that Saturday. Interesting enough. But I also do the 8 p.m. So that's awesome because we do our night candles. So our nightly show will fall on the monthly. And then we'll get a weekly close after that. It'll be pretty interesting. All right. With storage and perp, I made 2K. That's what I'm saying, man. Storage has continued to pump. Also on our radar from token metrics. All right. Let's take a look at the DXY. I got some plans for it to show you. I got some things I want to talk about on the DXY. But that does resemble an automated double bottom. That's likely to give us some gains there. They like to plow away. Let's take a look at the DXY here. And the DXY, to me, wants to break to the downside. The daily overbought. The 3-day so overbought. Saying enough is enough. It's time to come home to roost. The daily also sporting a bearish divergence. If I take a look and double click on this RSI, that is a beautiful downtrend on the RSI, clear as day, even extended if you want to, but these two are definitely a downward spiraling hill. We're below the average. When we go below the average, a dump can occur. It's usually a good sign for a bigger dump. So below the average with the divergence, and the Stokes have double topped, pointing down on the daily time frame. Not your best sign if you want to long something, right? And so here we are. You can say we're kind of at the precipice here. We had fallen out, attempting to get back inside. There is a golden cross about to happen on the daily. Not the best sign. All right, that could, someone did point that out recently. My portfolio's 3x since May with the Lifer group. I mean, that's amazing, right? Some people didn't even have a portfolio already. Bitcoin trade in profit. Crypto Bear Baker, my man. Doing damage. 27,183. Funny, you can barely see it moving today. It's interesting. I bet the 7-minute and the 5 are getting overbought. Yeah. And we're just going to kind of... Wow, they're kind of shoulder... Actually, look, that's an inverted head and shoulder. Do you see it? Hold up. Oh, no. That looks like we could get a bounce right now to the upside. 1, 2, 3. Sayonara, senorita, right? I mean, these things break out really nice. Long position. We're overbought, but a lot of times I've seen inverted head and shoulders break out when Stokes are a little higher than they should be. Somewhere right below that low or that wick. Take that wick there. It's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio, so you could keep coming down. 376 to 1 right there. Hey, everyone, there's a chance this breaks out. I'm seeing an inverted head and shoulder here. So just pointing it out. No guarantees. Could be that broadening falling wedge. Dude's trying to do that, like, funky move. Interesting. What I believe is more likely, we're just kind of doing our thing, and then we're going to get a bigger one. But I still see that, and, a lot of times you don't need it. And you're above a POC. See that red line on the 5-minute? It's a good sign. As long as you stay above that red line, you can easily gap up here and get to these value area highs. I would watch that closely. That looks like a big pump could happen pretty fast. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. I spy with my little eye, I just see, my subconscious mind does this, like, I don't even want to trade that. But my mind is telling me, hey, I've seen it so many times, and if you didn't play it, it's played out. So possible inverted head and shoulder here for Bitcoin. They could get a bit of a pump quickly. And we got that liquidity waiting for us. We might see a short squeeze here momentarily all the way to 27.5. Looks like it could be very likely. No guarantees, though. All right. BLZ's hot. TRP's been hot. Hi-Fi's been hot. Sol, WorldCoin, and Clone have all been hot coins to trade on perpetuals on MEXC. All right. OXO, please. Oh, I like that coin. Shout out to Jamie sending in a super chat. That never happens, Jamie. God bless you, man. So cool to see you chatting it up with the super chatness. God bless you, Jamie. Jamie, I love you like a brother. Not like a mother, like a brother, all right? I love you, Jamie. You're not supposed to... Can I love my employees? Is that okay? I'm just joking. I got to be careful. You never know, right? Like, I don't even consider you an employee. I consider you a dream worker, man. No lie. Like, so 001. Interesting. See if you can get that inverted pump, that crazy, because now everyone's going to start shorting. You're overbought. People would expect to move back down to the bottom of the channel, get enough shorts stacked up here to create a flush. You know what I mean? It could possibly happen. So you're telling me there's a chance. You know what I mean? Where's the place to put 100 in? How do you send your profit off MEXC into a bank account if you need to get VPN to get in? When they know you as when you withdraw. Wow, this guy needs a lot. I mean, I don't know. I can't, I can't tell you what to do over here. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what to do. And like we said last night about the CME watch tool, remember, there's a 99% chance there's no rate hike tomorrow. But every time Jerome opens his mouth, I'll be here doubling it up. We'll do our regular live stream, and then we'll move on to our bigger live stream. All right. We'll do, not the bigger one, but the one that gets pretty crazy with Jerome Powell, right? And we will see what happens there. I'm excited to get down with each and every one of you on that. So I love those. They're fun for me because I listen to someone else talk instead of me talking the whole time. But I also still get to interact, read the comments, and we look at the chart too. And watching the chart interact is awesome. So no big worm, no. Will Bitcoin ever hit $1 million? It may. I believe it'll take some time, though. Bam, bam, bam. There's the pump to the upside here. I did swing trade that for a quick 24% gains so far. We'll see where it goes, right? But had it jump on in 157x leverage. I didn't want to show you guys a leverage and get two people crazed, but there was just a likelihood we were going to get that squeeze. All right? We had the liquidity up here. I decided to take it for a ride. All right? And so far, it's working out up 41%. Unbelievable. And that's a beautiful trade right there. That's a trade that works. That works for me. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. 30% gains. And it could just be getting started. Let's look at our 15. 15 minute has some legs here as we breach this trend line to the upside. Watch the small. Do we have legs in the one? Now, one's a little beat. Tells me that might just be a quick little, might have been a quick cash grab there, right? Now, it took 20% off the table. I was up 41% at one point, but I closed the trade for gains. All right. And there you go. 17% gains, close long, 157x leverage. All right. And there you have it. Bang, bang, bang. I sold that little candle, but you know what? There's probably more coming. I mean, that inverted says it could do its thing. We will see. And I can't pump the price of Bitcoin. Remember that. This is technical analysis playing out. All right. Well, now that trade's boom. I sell early. That's my one thing. What's the fee at 156 leverage? Very small, tiny. It was $1. Yeah. It was $1. I did take out, like I marketed it out, right? So it's like you're gonna pay a very small amount, whatever. Like it's a tiny fee, man. You know what I mean? 0.001%. Yeah. The longer you're in, I believe there may be a bigger fee, but yeah. I also don't know, people are bugging about the fee. Trading Bitcoin also too. Trading altcoins, there's more fees apparently, I've heard, but trading Bitcoin not as much, you know. Anyway, quick little scalp there on the live stream, live Bitcoin trading. I'll take the money when I'm up. This to me is supposed to not start coming back down to the bottom of the channel now. Could be a nice short actually, to be honest, but you know, once I make a nice scalp, I don't just immediately go back into the trade, you know. And that should have went up more. I mean, it went up okay, but B-Roz on MEXC, please, sir. Thank you. FUD Expert. You're the best, Sammy. I was away for a couple days. Cloud, I am back. Shout out to FUD Expert. Depends on the coin. Some are way cheaper, or that's what I have found. Okay, cool, man. Thank you, Sam. Hey, from one Sam to the next. God bless you, brother. God bless you. And so now here we go. The resistance, the overbought stochastic, right? Likely to come further down to the bottom of this channel now. The 1 hour makes it like more like a wedge. We'll take this away for now. That trade, I closed the trade. I don't know what you're doing, but I was in and out. Okay. What's going on in the chat, Sam? I'd like to join your course. Can you briefly explain how indicators help? Especially that all indicators that are lagging and are only based on the past performance. Well, the thing about trading is this. Here's the deal. A barometer is a lagging indicator technically, right? Or, like you'll feel a little bit of wind first, then a storm will come in. But the little bit of wind, you'll be like, I'm trying to put out a point of like watching the charts. So like, for instance, 50 is the 50. These SMAs are lagging indicators. To me, the stochastics is not really lagging. It's pretty good about showing me what's likely going to happen. Also, it's more not about lagging indicators. It's about momentum. I can rate momentum. For instance, we came up here with momentum. We barely made a higher high. You know what I mean? So you need to put in a higher low when the stoch comes down again. If the stoch can come down again, you put in a higher low, that tells me that there's lack of bearish momentum and that there's a more likelihood that my long will play to the upside. So I'm a momentum indicator trader, really. Like, to me, it's more about the momentum, right? And also, I front run. Like, things that I know that, like, for instance, when this 50 was here, I was talking about it to everybody. And I say, hey, look at that 1 hour, a golden cross possibly coming. So you don't wait for the cross to happen, which is definitely a latent indicator. You begin to build along now off the retest, like I was talking about. Lo and behold, the pump comes and everyone says, oh, there's a golden cross, right? But you were in way before the golden cross because you knew to front run it because it's a latent. You can use, so if you've been watching latent signals for 10 years straight, they become non-latent signals because I can foresee where they're going and I can trade on that. So they actually become fast signals to me. So my mind's able to take a latent signal and turn it into a fast signal, right? And if you put time into and if you put a lot of time in, you'll get there too. You will get to this same level of, of subconscious reaction theory, I guess I call it, where you don't have to think anymore. Your brain begins to build it for you, and you just kind of work with it. And the next thing you know, that's what you're doing. All right? Yeah. I hope that answered your question somewhat, right? So that's how I use lagging indicators progressively because my mind can foresee where they're going to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so moving forward. 27,185, man. Still doing pretty good there. Funny. It wicked up even more there for even more gains to 2781. Wow. Massive gains right there. Interesting. I sold at 203, but that was a woof. 277. You'd be surprised, man, how inverted head and shoulders just demand their move. It's pretty interesting. If you have the guts to just let it play out. A lot of times I've seen them play out when the Stokes are over by and it just pushes through. Look at that 1 minute is doing a retest for a massive move there. And look at the 1 minute. It's got kind of a cup and handle here. That 1 minute looks like it's going to bounce hard. And just pump really nicely on those stochastics. You know what I mean? That looks interesting. Look at that pump right there on that 1 minute. You saw that? I tried to get in, but I got in too late. Like I'm clicking around. I'm like, dang. But that looks beautiful. That looks like it has more room in the stochastics. And what that will do is it'll play out the shoulder, head, and the shoulder. You see? Small time frames can help you out, figure out the bigger move. It's amazing. Look at that. I mean, that's a beaut. When the Stokes turn like that, usually there's almost like 90% of the time I get a nice pump. So we do live trading here on the channel too. We try to show you Bitcoin live every single day here. If you're new, who here is new watching the channel today? God bless you jumping on in. Appreciate 659 souls, 283 people on the live. Let's get all the way up to 500 like we have. Let's get it going. Let's get the party started. Bay. Right? Let's get it going, baby. Shout out to everybody here. And look, we're above this POC locally. If you can hold that POC, trouble in paradise there. That's small time frame trading too, very treacherous. And I don't want you spending too much time. If you're a beginner, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, right? I'm going to teach you how to zoom out. All right. This just makes the show more riveting. People get excited about that smaller time frame. So DXY, we really want to see this break to the downside today. The 4 hour and the 1 hour both show signs of a possible break to the upside. So when we get the move up, we just want to see that we don't get back inside the move, like inside this channel. And if we do, we just want to break back down. Like, or can we get rejected here? So we can get the pump. We don't want to. 105.30 really is the end. We don't want to see anything lower than that, right? You'd be in the real money now if you played this inverted head and shoulder with me. You'd be in the money. Still in the money. You'd be huge in the money if you took it up here. I got out at 203. I'd even be up higher now, right? The highest I was at, I think, was about 48% at one point. It took like a minute. That was that 1 minute candle. But look how this is a previous resistance and a retest. And the Stokes still have legs to the upside. It's kind of the idea, too, we had when you have the fall. Here's the divergence. Away from the 21, you pump to the 200 SMA. Remember my old little game there? There it is. And look, even here, this is crazy, but there's your 786. Because you impulsed here, you came to the 786, bang. Take a partial at the first POC, and if you can keep letting it run, let it run. Same thing that my buddy teaches Master Friend, and it's just, I've been using the fib in the 786 for years, but anyone that teaches your fibs, but he just centered on that and really helps you center on it too as well for evals and all sorts of other fun stuff. I mean, I really like the way he focuses his energy. That's how you get somewhere in life. Focus and discipline is the key to everything. At this point, you're in the money in this trade if you did what I did. I mean, my leverage was extremely high, 157x. So be very careful. If you don't know how to trade leverage, please do not. Only trade with a very small amount. And don't even do it at all. I traded for 10 years. I didn't touch leverage once. And honestly, I made the bulk of my wealth without touching any leverage at all. And my biggest trades that I still make are spot. I'll be honest with you. So, most of my biggest trades, my big money trades will be spot mostly until something changes, right? So I don't swing 20 grand trading leverage, and I don't risk my portfolio every day trying to gain 5 grand and stuff like that. I don't go willy-nilly, right? I build bags for the future. I plan, I focus, and I get ready. Look at this thing booming though. It's slowly doing it's just funny how the TA slowly does what it's supposed to do. Like this inverted head and shoulder was supposed to break out. Very overbought on the stochastics. I would have run away if I just looked at the 5. But when I got to the 1 told me there was some gas here, and I could see this retest. It gave me hope that there's a chance for a long, right? So here we go. And this is, could be boring. Let's get out of here for a second and look at the S&P future, ES1 S&P futures. I also want to look at euro dollar. Wow, so the S&P takes a dump today. A nasty dump. Let's talk about it. Bitcoin did not follow the S&P, uncorrelated. I believe if we get closer and closer to the halving, the S&P does not have a halving. Nobody cares about the scarcity of S&P stock. You know what I mean? It's not Bitcoin, period. Now, the last 2 times, we had the divergence, we had the divergence again. It just seems like it's an extended form of divergence. However, it did negate. I mean, it was beautiful swing up while that swing down. That's very rare what you're seeing there. Negated divergence on a traditional asset. Some could say this is the divergence though, but then we're going to have to almost go lower because I don't see it on the RSI anymore. Unless it's on the 1. Oh, there it is on the 1 hour. All right, that's good enough. Swing up to swing up. We got one of these divergences on the 7-minute for Bitcoin yesterday where you get this hill on the side. Look for this type of strange divergence. It does occur. Okay. And we could easily get a bounce here. We're very oversold. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Let me see if we can readjust the angle and still be okay with it. Say we kind of wicked out. It looks like we're going to have to wick back inside. There is a bit of a divergence there on the 1 hour time frame. That's a very strong too. you would definitely, that's a liquidation. You would expect to bounce back to the upside for the S&P. Look for it to try to get back inside the pattern. Once it does, likely can long it back up to here. If it hits this and doesn't get back in, then we'll see some trouble. So watch this. By this afternoon, we should know if we can get back inside this pattern or not. All right. And Bitcoin doing lovely with the call, right? Look at this. I mean, what a beautiful, if you would whip this 1 minute, bang, bang. I mean, that's massive gains. I was trading 157x lev. So right there, I mean, you times that by 10, it's 4% gains. You times that by 100, it's 40% gains. And you give another half, you'd be up 60% at the leverage I was trading. 60% gains on that trade right there. Again, you don't have to trade that leverage, and don't do what I do. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And I've been doing this for a long time, okay? I'm very comfortable with how I do it and what I'm doing. And back to the inverted head and shoulder, breaking to the upside. We gave you this idea. We saw it before it happened. I was able to catch it out of the corner of my eye. This is subconscious pattern recognition. This is what it will do for you. You'll be able to see it. And people like to watch me. I'm a mind freak. People come here because I am a freak. A lot of people just think I'm a fruitcake. Literally, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm like, you know, the bearded lady at the circus. Very similar to that. They come here and they watch this kind of insane stuff, and they love it, all right? So there's also people that are diehard lifers, and they love me too. But there's some people that come here to watch the freakiness, all right? Now, you double top to the one. You saw that, right? Starting to bend, and I bet your 30 seconds cooked. See, you're cooked on the 30-second. So interesting how this all kind of falls into place. Now, this will hurt your brain if you haven't been doing it for a long time, so be careful. All right? Be careful. And we'll zoom out before I leave here and kind of look at the bigger picture. But I got wrapped in, you know, I got wrapped into the smaller time frames. They pull you in sometimes. They pull you in. And shout out to anyone that took advantage of a scalp. If you moved yourself to break even each time you're on the 30 to 1 second, you got to realize you're on borrowed time every single time you're getting gains. All right? Can you bounce off the 21? Now, that's the old game. Right? That's the funny thing, right? What if you flag out here and that's what we talk about, right? When the daily's away from the 21, you're going to come back to it and then pump. Then you can start making this flag here, and then you can see, oh, you're in this, see? And that was kind of the shape yesterday. There's your cup and handle. Could you continue to the upside? If not, you break down to the M, and then this will break, and then you'll fall all the way to the bottom of the pattern. It's interesting. Like, I'm so amazed by all this. Anyway, sorry. You may not be as enthralled. So I know what to watch for in the S&P. You do too. This is your trend line. The area is really 44.89, 44.90. You get back into there, really call it 4,500. I mean, you know, you're kind of smooth sailing. You get rejected and you don't see us break back to 4,500, then it means we're kind of bearishly retesting this key level and unable to get back inside the bigger pattern that really is going to give us the, you know, if you can't get back inside this pattern, then you can't take the measured move the pattern gives you. You get it? So that's the sad thing. Like, it's almost like a boat that has, like, you know, someone putting their hand out and like you're running and you're about to jump off the ship, and like once you get in the boat, you can go where the ship's destination is. But once, if you can't get in the boat, then like this doesn't exist to you. This measured move is gone, you know, and you're going somewhere down here, like, you know, off the boat, right? So getting back inside the pattern is key for the S&P, in my humble opinion here. Let's take a look at the NQ. E-mini futures on NQ. All right. And remember, I drew that bear flag to the downside on NQ. And let's take a look. I drew this, what was it, like, I think that was Thursday night. Yeah. And everyone, today is the beginning, is the anniversary of my channel. September 19th was the day I started my channel, if I remember correctly. It was the 9th or the 17th, I'm pretty sure. Today is the birthday of my channel. Pretty crazy. 4 years. 4 years. Just 2019. It's been 4 years that my life has changed in such a way. Pretty insane, right? And I tell everyone, imagine what can happen to you in 4 years. Oh my God. Now, yes, I was building a portfolio in 2016. I was researching cryptocurrency. I started trading well before that I even found Bitcoin. So like this whole journey, I didn't realize that I was going to use all those things, but that's how you realize God was planning. God was planning something for you. And that's what the most beautiful thing about life is how God plans. God plans in ways that at the time almost feel painful because you can't understand, because you need to grow. And for you to grow, there needs to be an uncomfortability. Think about a plant. At first, it's a seed and it's so small and it's in the dark and it's all alone, right? And it's not that fun, like, it's, and it has to push through the dirt. And then it has to get through the dirt, and the dirt isn't easy, right? But what happens on the other side? My goodness, right? It sees beautiful plants. It gives pollen to the bees, right? It starts becoming part of the ecosystem. People smell the flowers, colors bloom, and it becomes something amazing. But it doesn't, it happens underneath the dirt, in the dark, in the pain. It's an interesting metaphor, but it's coming to me, and I've never thought about it before. I just I wing this live stream, and these things come to me. Beautiful divergence on the NASDAQ. You would expect some type of break back to the upside. So far away from the 21, it looks to me like you're going to do this move here on the 1 hour time frame and slowly make your way back at least to the 200 SMA, somewhere here. Highly likely you're going to get a bounce here on this NASDAQ. That's a nasty liquidation on the NASDAQ. For whatever reason, they liquidated everyone in the regular stock market. Right? So Bitcoin struggled there too. Did not get above the zone on that 1 minute. All right. We got as high as this area, and we could be consolidating now, like I'm showing you. We did get the bounce off the bottom of the channel. See, I drew that, and then boom, it bounced. Isn't that crazy? So like someone else saw that channel besides me, right? Because I drew this before we did the bounce. The trade is still in big money from the entry right here. It's actually closest to the highest it's ever been. The scalp trade right there on the 1 minute. And the initial entry that I had here too is now back to almost the highest it's been too as well. Pretty interesting, right? And so you can see how I guided you into a bullish idea by showing you the inverted head and shoulder, helping you identify these patterns so you can use them to your advantage, all right? Wow, look at that short squeeze about to happen there for Bitcoin. That looks like a short squeeze is about to occur, all right? I don't know about you, but to me, that looks like a short squeeze is about to occur. And we have BOOKMAP with the liquidity right above us. Let's see if we can watch this squeeze occur right now. Up to 27.3, 27.4. Bubbling up. Let's go, baby. Let's get the squeeze. That's about to break out. That looks bullish to me. Measured move. Base of the triangle. Wow. Exciting day. I love Tuesdays, baby. Tuesdays are a great day. Set into place, set into motion. There's the squeeze. We're getting it right there. We're getting it right there. It already feels like Fed Day right now, right? You guys feel, I'm getting excited right now, man. This is crazy. I did open the trade up 10% already, or 9.2%, as you can see here. No BS, right? Right there. Long did 157X. Right? I probably lost it all right there. Up 4% still. Wow. And we sit on the 1 minute candle in this time. Wow, man, this is crazy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. 679 people. Let's get to 700 people on the live. 326 likes. $16 in chat revenue. May God bless you all. We got the news to go over. We got more to go over here today, too. And you know what? I'm going to stop live trading right now because I'm stuck in my head. But this looks bullish to me. Bitcoin bullishly consolidating in another ascending triangle. They could make a bigger move to the upside here. I might lower the leverage, raise the amount of money here, and then actually put in like a bigger long idea. Because there's a chance here that we could actually play this. And, you know, there's no guarantees. We're very overbought on some bigger time frames. I mean, we're starting to get a little challenged. I may be kind of too into the smaller time frames here. But again, it shows you how that inverted head and shoulder is doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, look at the monster move to the upside there. Whoa, there it goes, 27,305, and there's the short squeeze that I wanted. Right there. Bang. Bang. And we caught it again. Sammy with the short squeeze, baby. Look at that. Look at that. You're in the money again here on the trade. Oh, there it goes. And that's what we wanted. That's what we were looking for. And we called it for you. We showed you exactly where to enter, how to put the stop loss. You're in the money now. Stop loss to break even. Boom. Can't lose the trade. Live on camera, showing you exactly how to do it. Sammy, cup and handy, 27370. There's the beautiful short squeeze with BOOKMAP. We're teaching you how to use BOOKMAP live on camera here. This is the BOOKMAP tutorial session. I didn't get to do it later on today, but I'm doing it right now. Come on now. And this is why people come to the channel, because when Bitcoin is doing damage, they can actually learn how to make money live on the stream. I show live calls all the time, every day here. I put my guts out here, and I show you how we do it. Look, that's a Sammy cup and handy there. Do you see that? Sammy cup and handy to the upside. There's the cup. There's the handle. It blasted. Okay? It blasted. We were looking for the short squeeze. We showed you the liquidity. There's still this bar up here, 27.8. We're not done yet. This guy may want to go all the way to 27,800, baby. And here we go, man. My measured move takes you further up to 27,495. Unbelievable. You gotta, you can't. This is. Thank you, sweetie. Can I have a hug? You're so cute. Come here, baby. This is why I come here on the live. If I didn't come to the live, we'd be able to do this together, right? Look, you're overbought on the Stokes now. And you have a bearish div. Now you're looking for a bearish divergence. Is this swinging up too high? And this is swinging down? Yeah, I mean, that's a bearish div, right? Tells you to be careful there on the day. The fun may be over. Take what you can take. But wow, man, this is getting crazy. There's still more liquidity above us. This may not be done. This may not be done. What I do now is I continue to flag out the 1 minute time frame until it just makes such an ugly pattern that the flag just doesn't, you can't really put it in a flag. So it could fly, it could even come down and retest right now and bounce again, right? But here we go, man. This live is insane. Shout out to everybody jumping on in to the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. All right, don't worry. We have Fed Day tomorrow. I will be live 2 times in a row covering Powell and what he's talking about. Shout out to the 675 lifers. If you like this stream, put a thumbs up. If you like that we just called this pump, put a thumbs up. If you like that out of the corner of my subconscious eye, I saw that inverted head and shoulder on like the 7 and the 5 minute time frame, put a thumbs up. If you like being a lifer, put a thumbs up. Fill this chat. I want to see this chat moving. I want to see people put one word, what it means to be a lifer. One word, what does it mean to be a lifer? Put your words out there. We're going to get to the super chats. We're going to get to the news. We're going to break it down. We have BRISE to go over, OXO, TUSD, Trump 2024, and GAL. Take a chance. Become a lifer today. No one else calling the live stream. Bang, bang, baby. Lifer is the one, baby. Look at that. There's the chat going crazy. Positivity, family, blessed, gains, abundance. Yes, live streams are my confluence. LOL, secure, baby. To the upside, baby. Dedicated, baby. And this thing is pumping. Like, this thing is mooning right now. Like, absolutely mooning. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. It really wants to go to the target up 374. The shorts just want to keep giving us shorts to just rip through. Been on a long since 24,999. My man banging on them. Bacon on the beach. We love you. Look at this. Bang, bang. 27,360. And we're continuing to pump to the upside here. Oh. Just negating this divergence. Like, look, we really need the 5-second chart. Look at it. The 5 seconds giving us a flag here. I'm on the 5 second. It's getting out of control today. Wow. Finally, a pretty strong bearish div there. But this is that 5 second chart. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, new candle. Like, so crazy, right? And we're getting that real-time data. Look, that's when you're supposed to bounce, when you touch the 21. Isn't that insane? And the Stokes get low. See that? That's what I teach all the time, and it's happening on the 5 second, just like it happens on the 1 hour. I teach this in all my, oh my God, the 405, and now we're getting the move all the way to the move, 390. Unbelievable. This is insanity. for Bitcoin, right? Buy high, sell low, don't be greedy, believe. Bitcoin sideways equals alt pump. I got to get over there ASAP. LA Ray, man. I was one on MEXC at the moment. I would have made a lot. Thank you. I don't know why you're not on MEXC, baby. And look at that huge pump. 27,417 now. And we gave the call back here at that first initial entry at 158. I mean, Bitcoin ripping in front of your face here on the live channel. I do this. This isn't the first time. And we're about to hit the target of the bigger idea here. And look how I had to zoom into small time frames to really make this happen. Unbelievable. And look, it just keeps doing it. It just keeps making the flag and touching the 21. Like, is it going to continue? I've never really used a 5 second like this. It's got some strong bearish div. I've never used a 5 second like this. This is crazy. But if they keep shorting, they're going to keep squeezing the shorts. All right. And you can see there's still more liquidity now. We could go all the way to 27.8. BOOKMAP suggests we can go all the way to 27.8. All right. And wow, the 1 hour candle is looking good. Once we see what happened to the bigger channel, once we get out of these smaller time frames, it's going to be amazing. Right. And we were just projecting. The next thing you know, this thing started to rip again. Wow, there it goes again. Looks like it's going to do it again. Now you got this, look. You got an ascending triangle. It just keeps making these really bullish continuation patterns. Look at that. And there it goes out the... I didn't even get it. It's moving so fast, I can't even make the pattern in time. So insane, right? And other people too, a lot of people watch price action because some people just absolutely love it. Like, this is riveting to us. You know what I mean? And again, I'll buy Bitcoin and hold it for 20 years. I'm not like stressing this price action in my long-term holds. But this is amazing to watch. I mean, look at it. We're able to tell people where the price is going to go on a daily basis here on my channel. Like, all the time. Like, look, it's about to hit the target here again that I just drew for you. Look at that. Bang. It did it again. Like, this is... TA is... Anyone that thinks TA doesn't work just hasn't played with it as much as I have. You know, they're just out of their minds. Like, you know, look at that. We are ripping. And then I had BOOKMAP to back me up to show me where the liquidity was likely going to go. And we talked about a short squeeze coming. We got a massive short squeeze. Insanity. And this thing just continues to wanting to rip. Like, it's just defying all odds at this point. And it seems like eventually one of these flags is not going to play out, right? It's going to dump hard and it's going to break it. It doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like there's just enough shorts. Look at this. There's just enough short. Look, we're low on the stochastics again. We should get a pump. Like, stochastics are deadly accurate. Look, when low, we got a pump. Low, we got a pump. Low, we got a pump. They were low there. We got a pump. 1, 2, 3. They're low here. We should be getting a pump. We did. Isn't this insane? Now we're about to hit the 27.5. We're taking you through this on the 5 second chart. And what you can do now is just keep moving your stop loss below these stop, you know. Look at that, dude. It's about to hit the target again. It did it again. Massive short squeeze now. There it is, baby. 27,465 all the way back up. We nailed the 480 limit. And that's a fast move usually. See that? Bing. That should be our blow off top for the day. I mean, that was it. That was it. Like, we annihilated it. Like, we just annihilated. Look, we just ripped through $1 million worth of shorts. Had they been watching my channel, they wouldn't. These people got liquidated. They lost their entire account. Why? I could have showed them how not to do that, right? This thing looks like it's not done yet. Now we draw this. Look. It kind of had this flag here. I'll pull this off. Look, it made another ascending triangle. See it? Right there. Boom. That wants to break up too again. This is crazy. And I see my next move is 27,512, right? Flatlining. BOOKMAP just absolutely annihilating the shorts. Who's getting paid right now? Who is getting paid? And that's why if you're using my link right now from MEXC, you are getting paid. You got so paid right now if you followed the channel, man. We did not tell you to short the market. You are not getting annihilated. You are with us getting blasted to the upside, onto the moon, baby. Unbelievable. Look at that massive short squeeze. We called it before it happened. We talked about it. We showed you how to engage. We taught you how to find the money. We do this all the time on the channel. 11:37, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is the day that the lifers win, baby. Every day, baby. Let's go. And now that's probably the end. Those the massive red candle. We haven't seen that. You never know, though. We're on a small time frame. We got to get out of this small 5-second chart. Oh, wow. Liquidations all over the board now. Didn't hit the 200 SMA. Wow. I just can't believe what we just saw happen here. And I'm about to hit my target. My bigger target is about to get hit. It's just nuts. Remember we told you to bring the stop loss to break even. Didn't tell you what to do. Remember I said I'd stop bringing the stop loss to break even. But I mean, boom. And this is a trade we gave before it happened. It's so nuts. It's just like this. Then it started to move the stop loss to break and just take the gains. So insane. Wow. I'm just in shock right now, everyone, for a second. I'm amazed. Yeah, down to the 200 SMA now. Come on, baby. And then if you break that, you'll go lower. And volatility, too. False move Tuesday in a way. But wow. That's why if you're doing this, stop loss to break even as soon as humanly possible. All right? Don't play games. Who here made gains right now on the channel? Who here made gains on the channel? Let me know. I want to see stars. I want to see thumbs up. I want to see percentages. I want to see talks. I want to see Twitter. Yes. I want to say yeah. Who here made gains on the channel, baby? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Put a thumbs up. Put a cash money. Put a heart. Put a 100. Shout out to everybody here that made gains on the channel live. This is what we're doing every single day. 716 people on the live. 318 likes. $16 in chat revenue. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One of the greatest days to be alive is today. Today is the day you change your life. Today is the day you join our trading group. Today is the day you learn. Shout out to everybody here on the live. May God bless you all for being here. You're all amazing people, each and every one of you. Blessed, and more blessed. All right? If you want to learn more and trade leverage, Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern, we have a leverage mastery class. If you join our trading group for an extra $150, you'll take a class that's 2 hours long on Sunday and then get also about 2 months of mentorship and extra sessions and follow-ups and things you just wouldn't believe. Honestly, and get it while it's new because this is hot. Hit the QR code or the link to jump into the leverage mastery class for $150. It's worth thousands of dollars. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. All right. Now they come down to the long liquidations here and start liquidating the longs. People that jumped in too late, jumped into the rally too late, had no plan and weren't moving their stop loss up. You got to always be protecting yourself. You're never going to know exactly where you are. Once the trade goes well, just be happy that it is going that way and protect thy purse. All right? You're technically now looking to see if you can get a hidden bullish, but look how we moved that. See how we did all that? That was insane. I want to keep, sometimes I want to take pictures of these and like frame them and remember these days. It's amazing. Anyway. Brother, can you please tell me how to join your trading group? It's so easy. Go to CryptoLifer.com. So simple, right? CryptoLifer.com, baby. And the link right in the description. Also, we put it right here in the comment. Join the trading group. It's pinned in the comment right there. All you have to do is find the blue thing. Click here, join the Discord, and you're in. So simple. Or hit join today right here. Bang. Bang. Crypto Lifer, baby. Currently open for September enrollment. Jump on in today. Unlock the Crypto Lifer community. Your one-stop shop for everything trading crypto. Spend less, save time, eliminate the guesswork. Stay on the pulse and boost your profits. Stick to your goals, baby. The secret to skyrocketing and learning, man. You got to learn, baby. It's all about learning for me. But 27.3 is beautiful, too. If you think about where we're at in the grand scheme of all the things now, we get out of these small time frames. 27 is beautiful. And it all started, look, the inverted head and shoulder did break to the upside, and it hit its measured move. We just stuck to the inverted and let it play out. It hit the measured move. Unbelievable. Emotions, you'll watch it, you'll be like, oh, and then you'll jump out of the trade. if you let the trade play out, right? Learning how to let the trade play out. With leverage, I'm still learning that because it's not easy. Shout out to the 700 people on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Just hit no, man. Watching 1.5x is hyping me up. Let's freaking go, man. You're funny, man. Let's bring the music down a little bit. We got a little excited here. All right, I'm gonna start fresh again. We're gonna do the news real quick. We're gonna reset. I'm gonna bring down the music. We're gonna look at what's happening in the world today real fast in case something's bubbling up, and then we're gonna come back into the super chats, do my last update for Bitcoin, and then I gotta jump on over to that closing, that real estate closing, and yeah, that's it. All right, Canto is moving its DeFi-focused app chain to Polygon. Canto will be able to benefit from Ethereum security and better interoperability once it joins the Polygon ecosystem. People do use the layer 2s because of the layer 1 ETH, right? They do like that security, so it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Other blockchains have been built using Polygon CDK. Immutable, a Web3 gaming developer, has also been actively testing the technology. Ignatius Wedaja, product lead and principal blockchain engineer at Immutable, told Blockworks that the team is excited about using Type 1 validity prover with its immutable ZK EVM network. Polygon has continued to iterate on its underlying technologies from its sequence to prover of its off-chain availability. So, I mean, I love Polygon. I hold it. I believe it's going to be a big winner in time. Nomura's Laser Digital starts Bitcoin Adoption Fund for institutional investors. The Bitcoin Adoption Fund will provide long-only exposure, and will be the first in a range of such digital asset investment products offered by Laser Digital. Japanese financial service giant Nomura's digital asset subsidiary Laser Digital has introduced a new fund providing Bitcoin exposure to institutional investors. It's only going to make it great, and they're going to probably have to buy more Bitcoin. Citigroup unveils token services for institutional clients. In a pilot, Citi used smart contracts to serve the same purposes as bank guarantees and letters of credit, working with shipping company Maersk and Canal Authority, a Canal Authority. What I like about this is I eventually want to do collateral loans, right, with Bitcoin and real estate. The more banks start to do this, the better off they're going to warm up to that blockchain idea. This is big news. This is awesome. Not extremely exciting today, but it is some good information to keep us trucking along. Let's get back into the music, get back into the super chats, and get back into the fun. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. One Take Sammy at it again. Okay. And show me that money. I'm going to redo this Bitcoin chart in a second. We're going to see kind of what we're looking at. That was a beautiful trade. I think we hit the apex of that insane short squeeze there. And you can see kind of when it all kind of came to fruition. Boom. It was like an explosion, right? And now the dust will settle. We could still go. BOOKMAP still wants that, bigger liquidity. Look, BOOKMAP's now built more liquidity. Wow. Now it really wants 28,000. It's saying 28,000 is just obviously coming. So be careful, but BOOKMAP says 28,000 is on the way, regardless of what we think, Huh, interesting. All right, let's jump into the super chats. Let's look at the fan funding. God bless you all here today. Zero Allegiance, member for 3 months. Thank you. Much love to you and yours. Thank you, Zero Allegiance. Zeno, member for 3 months. Exclusive. Thank you, Zeno. We love you. And we got Bryson Gonzalez for Galax, please. I think we forgot that yesterday. Yep. Trump 2024 on MEXC. We'll take a look at that. Possibly another for you. Threshold. My portfolio 3x since May with the Lifer Group. We love you. OXO and BRISE. Okay, let's start it up fresh really with GALX and break it down here on expecting a bounce on the NASDAQ. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get back somewhere up to this node at 1523, but only time will tell. Let's look at our alt cam and break it down. PERP actually getting some love too with the Bitcoin pump. Look at that. Looks like it definitely wants to get to the target that I got there at about 68 cents. Let's take a look here at Galax. Now, I believe this was on, it was on MEXC too. Gall? Is it a Gall? I only see the perpetual on MEXC. Sometimes MEXC only has the perpetual. I find that interesting. I got it here on KuCoin. All right. Huge pump today. Wow, what a nice move. All right. I think I had it drawn on a MEXC chart, but I don't know. We got to keep it moving. So one thing, let's break it down. Let's look at our daily. Whenever I look at a coin, I want to see the story of the bigger idea, you know. Kind of an Adam and Eve there. Not perfect, but it has feels. You know, not perfect, though. Maybe go to the 3-day. I really want to see it. Yeah, there we go. I need to see the chart, right? Looks like it's starting in Adam and Eve. All right, so right off the bat, I see the beginnings of an Adam and Eve for a bigger move. Right off the bat, all right? It's a good sign that it's definitely beginning to bottom, all right? It'll have a big resistance when it gets to about $2.42. And it had a beautiful bounce off the low at 95 when it broke that psychological $1, right? Now, it's got the wedge and it broke the wedge. You know, resistance, resistance, resistance. It had resisted that wedge since February and just broke back out in August. So that's a long, you know, resistance. That's a really good sign. See that it eventually is on the other side now? Really good sign. Technically a breakout. Even if it is sideways, it's a breakout. It broke above the lateral resistance there. Now, you have a strong resistance at 134. You're going to have to break above that. But look, we have an Adam and Eve here. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom right there, suggesting we're going to pump up at least somewhere to this 200 SMA or to this level here. 3-day chart is a little overbought, though. Struggling. Daily wants to pump. Look for the daily to flip the 200. The 4-hour has legs and got a breakout. So here's the deal. You're at a serious resistance. You can clearly see. You've hit this level many times and have not been able to get above it. Look for this to flip. Hang out above it. If you get a bunch of candles to close in a couple dailies, that's going to be probably your new support. And you can likely begin to long this further up. All right? So look for GalX to get back above 134 and hold it. And then look for a flag or a falling wedge in that area. That's something I would be doing. Again, you're going to have to get the education and the TA that works for you. That's something that I'm looking for. And those are some key levels to pay attention to for GalX. All right? Let's take a look at this puppy. So this just came out. And some people wrote it up before. It came up hard back in September. Came back down. But yeah, it is in a cup and handle. Seems to be riding this trend. Sorry, I made a line I didn't need. A couple of them. And I know I shouldn't tell everyone, but we lost the baby, man. Yeah. My wife, you know, began it all, you know, yesterday something happened and you know, I'm not going to get into it. It's, you know, I'm not good at describing these women things. Men aren't too good at this stuff. But yeah, just thought I'd share with you guys so people don't say, hey, congratulations tomorrow. And I'm sure it's going to happen throughout the next, you know. And I probably was a little early with my exuberance. So, bit of a cup and handle here on this coin called Trump 2024. And don't, you know, that doesn't mean I'm, you know, the algorithm's like, you know, I am the libertarian. I basically want to start the blockchain party. I want everything on the blockchain, right? I'm all for freedom, and I love the Constitution. So, you know, you can, like, I lean whatever really makes people feel the freest, you know? That's kind of where I stand. If you know, people always kind of maybe want to know. But I'm really open-minded to anyone that wants to learn and change their life, you know? And I don't hold anyone's things against them. I just want them to, I believe I can help everybody learn through love and life. And then, you know, if I think something needs to nudge, maybe the nudge can happen, you know. But this looks interesting. The 15-minute does look very bullish. Last time we were low like this, we could get above. It's a high, it's a low, it's a high, it's a higher low. Expect a higher high. It's a good trend. This thing looks like it could definitely give a little move to the upside here. I see what you see. Spot on, my man. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you. All right. So I'm just saying to my group, like, we swing trade these, we don't date them. You know what I mean? I just want to, like, because I don't want people getting crazy over the name of a coin. You know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out there just to set it straight, set the record straight real quick. Real quick, you know? All right, let's take a look at Threshold. I'm excited. A new coin I've never heard about, or if I have, don't remember when we went over it recently. Threshold. What's up with the T there? It's really weird, but anyway, it's got a $166 million market cap. All right. I like it. It's not like tiny, right? The Threshold Network. Bridge your Bitcoin and start earning. Deposit and redeem Bitcoin and DeFi without intermediaries using Threshold's TBTC. Kind of freaks me out, but, you know, mint TBTC. TBTC unique addresses. 59 million staking. View Dune Analytics dashboard. Governance, earn. Staker. Threshold staker escrow T tokens to run a node on the Threshold network and earn rewards. Running a node helps provide the cryptocurrency service on Threshold. Start staking today. Interesting. So you can stake Bitcoin here, apparently. You can mint the new TBTC DApp is here. See, I believe Bitcoin is for stashing on long-term hardware wallets. Everybody, please get yourself a hardware wallet today. I highly advise you do that. Super important. I believe I actually put it in my shirt yesterday, in my shirt pocket, and was supposed to actually show it. But get yourself a hardware wallet today, please. Super, super important. Don't play games. You know what I mean? Just make sure you do the right thing. Don't play games. Bitcoin continuing to pump to 5, you know, to all the way up to 5. We got to get back into this Bitcoin move. It's just pumping beautifully. Squeezing the shorts again. It really wants 27,800. I'm going to delete all my old work and just look at it fresh and look at this 4-hour time frame just booming. The 4-hour also is very bullish. All right? Very, very bullish. So it almost looks like we had it kind of in this, right? Like we were building this possibly, but this thing is just booming. It almost is in the cup and handle that we talked about, like the U and the U, right? It was in like a little U. But the 4-hour just getting started with a massive move up. And honestly, if you just trusted in my idea to long when you get above the 200 SMA, then once you get a 50 crossing, it only tells you more is coming. And look at this 4-hour now ripping. Like the 4-hour wants to absolutely rip. And it's about to close above its resistance here that it had earlier. So that's a beautiful sign, right? Now you're going to come for the next big resistance here. These two spots, right? 27.8, 28,165. Really nothing stopping it from getting there. So then you switch to the one and you start looking at smaller time frames. You can see that is kind of a breakout retest of this wedge in a way. We did all this on the smaller time frame, so we were able to kind of figure this out. We were zoomed in so deep, watching this all play out. So here I have something here now. Look, we got this, and we got this. See that? Wow. It really is the small time frames. Like you almost have to stick on this. Like I don't want to be on the 5 second, but it seems like it's the only time frame that's really like providing the best gains and the most clarity, which is crazy. But that can happen when price action moves really fast. Like look at that retest in the last few minutes. It came down, retested the top, and then boom. Look at the retest stuff. Like it's just crazy. Previous resistance. There's the inverted head and shoulder that we started with. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we were gone. I can't believe I was able to catch that out of the corner of my eye. I mean, that's insane. And remember, we drew this little flag, and then we. Oh my God! I can't even believe what happened today. I can't even believe it. Did we already do the news too? I can't even believe we did the news. I just like, it's been a blur, man. It's been an absolute blur. So what does Threshold do? All right. It mints BTC. You know what? It has a use case, which I believe could help it. It can actually do stuff, right? It's called TUSDT. So let's take a look at it. TUSDT. It's on KuCoin Threshold. Now, because people might be able to use Bitcoin, they got Bitcoin lying around, which, you know. And look, it just got above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, which tells me that it could continue to the upside. And it's got a pretty nice uptrend beginning to form here. Hello, my beautiful love of life. I love that dress. I should wear my matching blue shirt.
No.
Why? See how she said that? No. Shut me down so fast, man. It hurts. Hurts when a man gets shut down like that. So look, we're looking for this to do a retest too. I mean, that's a beautiful retest. That's likely going to pump. I'll be honest. We've been seeing, like, all the retests that I've seen in the last 4 or 5 days that look just like this have all pumped. Not saying this is gonna just because of that, but 4 hours getting a little high, but it does look like this 1 hour could get a boom on this retest. I'd look out for this retest here on TUST because people are going to keep using it to get the Bitcoin. It has a use case. So to me, because of the use case, I could see this thing doing something. It's only on KuCoin. It isn't on our beloved MEXC. MEXC's better with less fees, I'll be honest. We loved KuCoin for a long time, but we had to move on. But this is threshold on MEXC. It does look interesting for a possible 12%, 13% gainer. And let's look at OXO, another cool coin in the game. OXO.ai, right? This thing's had a $44 million market cap. It has been mooning since 9/19, all the way from 4 cents up to 5 cents, really 47 to 51, really, when you look at it, but, you know, they were tenths of a penny. I like to look at the website, see what's happening. Privacy, security, and confidentiality. A comprehensive privacy solution featuring a variety of AI-based safety tools that redistributes 100% revenue to the holders. And I believe it pays in Ethereum, if I'm correct, if I remember what my buddy told me. Jamie, privacy, security, AI auditor, privacy DEX, anti-rug AI, and AI developer hub. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Connect with your wallet to authenticate. OXO. And we'll take a look here. What kind of address does it have? I don't see. Oh, an Ethereum address right there. Boom. And it's on Uniswap, BitGet. And we can find it on Dex Screener as well. Remember, when you're doing this, write an F, delete the F, hit the OXO. See how we did that there? BitGet spot. Let's take a look. I do have an account on BitGet. If you want to trade BitGet, you can. I have it. I have a link there. Wow, I mean, this thing's been mooning, and it's in an ascending triangle. Ascending triangles, when they come out of the bottom, are very bullish. They are 50-50 patterns, but knowing when they exist is knowing when they're more bullish or bearish. Okay? So again, like most things we've seen, almost every coin we've seen recently comes down, could break out. A perfect entry could be this falling wedge, or a falling wedge on the retest. We've been getting a lot of these retest falling wedges. This is something that I believe is going to make us some money if we can hone in. Shout out to Jamie for putting this out. He's on my team. He is one of the dream workers on the Lifer team. So yeah, I'm looking for something like this. Stays above the point of control. Retest that trend line. The 4 hour may have to reset. So I'm putting alerts on this, and then I'll be updating it. Like, I'll be updating it as we go here, right? If you can't come to the live stream, we post this to the trading group anyway. Say you're at work right now, but you can't watch the live, like you're like doing something. We post this, but you might be able to just get a boom and then you look down. Or tonight when you get home, or whenever, you can take a look at what we've been talking about. And you'll be like, okay, cool. This is on BitGet. You can also get it on a decentralized exchange, such as Uniswap, probably SushiSwap, any swap that's Ethereum related. Okay. Amazing call, brother. Can you check CFX? We'll take a look at CFX. Shout out to Ali Shahid. We have to look at BRISE as well. And we got to get out of here. I have a closing to get to that's oh so important. BRISE token continues to get pounded to the ground, which I didn't think it would, but you know what? When they lost U.S. customers, that's probably what happened. Oh, now BitGert, not BitGet. Sorry, BitGert, but lowest it's ever been at resistance. You know, you're looking for this to make a rounded bottom before you even touch it. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. Once you round on out, you have so much time to accumulate this. I wouldn't stress it. BRISE. Does it get a huge pump out of nowhere? Maybe it does. It's very oversold. Am I all about it? Not right now. I'd wait for it to get back above at least 3003 before I even thought about it, which is a double up from 16. If you love the project, you love what's going on, by all means. I don't, so I got to move on from there. MCO2. USD on Coinbase. Moss Carbon Credit. So this thing took a huge bump to the upside. You're wondering why, trying to figure it out. Is that why you're looking at this today? You're like, huh. So if we look at it, it dumped to the downside and then came back up a little bit. I don't like how the candles aren't really full. It means it has lack of liquidity, which means it doesn't have a good spread, which means it's not fun to trade, which means I wouldn't trade it personally, probably, you know. I see what's going on here. I think you like this kind of cup and handle here kind of thing. And you're liking this idea. Is that flag going to break out? It looks possible. And you have a major resistance here, and you could get a move on out. I don't like this at all, but the stochastics say you're going to get a move to the upside. Could draw this too and kind of bring this into a symmetrical. And that's what you're looking at. Bigger target could bring you up higher. This thing actually may moon now when I look at it. Nothing really stopping it. Not a lot of resistance. It's pretty close to where it was at its lowest point. So possibly 115% gains out of that. Bullish on crypto and bullish on the crypto lifer. And last but not least, CFX. And then I have to run out of here, everyone. I'm jumping. CFX I put out in my trading group for the buy zone. It clipped the buy zone and then pumped to the upside. Got a massive push out. I wanted to go a little sideways before the pump, but the 4 hour just took off on us to the upside. Look for the retest. It'll eventually come down to this 21, whether it makes a flag or something, and continue to the upside. Congratulations to anyone that jumped into CFX with that big pump on up from when I first put it out last night to the upside. Safest entries are the buy zone, you know, and if it can break back down and do a retest here for CFX, what a nice big candle for CFX. And last but not least, back to our BTC idea at 2. Wow, Bitcoin doing great at 27,384. Let's make sense of it if we can on like a bigger time frame. So we got a massive pump on this 15. We broke out of what looks to me like a bit of a symmetrical triangle here, right? Yeah, I wouldn't include that. That's a breakout. That's looking nice to me. It almost says to me that this could continue. So you want to take this flag. You want to negate that we broke out of the flag and just play it like a flag. That will give us our measured move. Looks like we could likely get to 27.8 before any kind of bigger pullback. Again, I got to stick to these smaller time frames. Look at this kind of cup and handle thing behaving here. You want to look at this. This is making a flag. Likely that we're going to continue to pump here. Look for Bitcoin to continue to pump. I'm staying long Bitcoin. Watch for these shorts to get squeezed. BOOKMAP still got the liquidity all the way to 27.8, 28,000. So this tells me to stay in along all the way up to 27.8, all right, for BTC. And this would be the shape that you could possibly trade with a stop loss below 27,222. God bless everybody. I got to run. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for bringing the energy, bringing the love. 700 beautiful souls on the live, 588 people here, 430 likes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the chat revenue. Thank you so much for jumping on in, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Gratitude is the attitude. If you made gains on the trading while we were live here, amazing. We called it again. It was exuberating. It was exciting. It was one of the greatest live streams ever. Seems to keep continuing that way. Shout out to show number 1002, baby. God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming on in. Without you, there is no show. Gratitude is the attitude for abundance. I'll see you tomorrow on a beautiful live stream.